Hello, I'm Bob Sagan from Shocker Hitch. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about our tongue mount hitch, how it works, what it'll do for you. This is a very heavy duty industrial hitch capable of carrying up to 20,000 pounds. It is I consider it a rising star. Before that, I'd like to also tell you a little bit about how we got to that point, what it took. So in 2002, when we first decided to go into the hitch business, this was our prototype, this was our first hitch. We sold it for a year. Pretty good unit, nice and short, tight to the back of the pickup. We made one little error. We used a rubber cushion. And what we figured out with the rubber cushions is that you could just never get the right one. Maybe 25% had the right cushion, the rest of them didn't work. We ended up making stiffer cushions and softer cushions and changing and changing and changing. Finally, we realized that stay away from the cushions. So we abandoned this hitch, started working on a new design, and in 2003 we came out with what we still sell today. Wonderful, wonderful hitch. So what we did from here to here, obviously we put some ball height adjustment in it, made a better frame, but the biggest improvement was the airbag. Now we are able to adjust the pressure. We never have to search for the right cushion. It's always right here. So by adjusting the air pressure, we'll always have the right hitch. So if you're towing maybe a light trailer like a boat, low air pressure. The next day, you've got a skid steer. Well, you know what? We're just going to have to put a little extra air in it. But it'll always be right, and it'll always be nice and smooth and give you a smooth ride. And the other thing that I want to point out here is that through this design, we've kept the ball nice and tight to the back of the pickup. That's important. As you increase the distance from the back of the pickup, I consider that bad leverage. And so through our designs, we've kept nice tight leverage, a good, soft, cushy airbag, beautiful product. And from here we're going to go back to our tongue mount hitch. That's what this is all about. And I'll give you a little bit more information, how it works, why it works, and what it's made for. So the question is, why have a hitch that mounts to the front of the trailer? Well, let's look at the condition. So if you're buying a truck, you don't want to get one that's too small, so typically people buy a truck that's bigger. So now we got 350s, 450s, 550s, and dump trucks. And that's what people are using for their businesses right now, pulling their skid steer trailers, mini excavators, and so on. Well, here's the condition, and the thing that I don't think many people think about when they make this purchase and they get the bigger truck and they get the bigger trailer and they put the two together. Well, they can haul anything. They've got towing capacity that just doesn't stop. But along with that towing capacity and along with that bigger, heavier truck, you got stiffer axles. Same thing happened over here. Now you got a trailer that's got here 10,000 pound axles. Well, guess how that rides? It's rough. Guess how this big truck rides? Very, very rough. You hook the two together and you got an extremely rough situation. So what we're trying to do is protect your investment. Okay? So we built a hitch. It's got a nice little air cushion in it. Stops the truck and the trailer from hammering on each other. I consider this like basically a jackhammer effect. So think about going over the railroad tracks one time. You got this heavy truck, you got this heavy trailer, bang, bang, bang. You can actually hear the truck and the trailer crash into each other. You put our hitch on, the noise goes away. So what does that tell you? We're not crashing into each other anymore. So if we can protect our investment, here's a hitch, $500. Think about a cracked trailer or the time that you lose if you break something. Okay? So all we're doing is trying to save you a little money in the long run, protect your investment. It's absolutely perfect for the working man. Well, let's talk about your trailer for a minute. Most of the equipment trailers made in the last 10 years have a vertical channel on the front. Our hitch is made to fit right into that vertical channel. Now you have a height adjustment, bolts in with 4 bolts, real strong. In the event that your trailer does not have a vertical channel on the front, maybe you've got an older trailer or one that was just built with a 50-degree coupler, we make an adapter. And this adapter will easily weld onto the front of your trailer. You'll have to take the old coupler off, put this on. It's a heavy-duty unit set up with a jack hole. Any competent welding shop can easily do this. Well, it's time to do a simple installation. Slip your hitch inside of the vertical channel, line up your first bolt. I like to stagger the bolts. That way it puts the end of the threads back and forth. It's a little strong way to go. There, all bolts are in. I'm using a nylock nut here, but any good jam nut or lock nut will work. These little electric impact wrenches are pretty slick. Okay. There we are, 15/16 is your wrench size. That's it, it's on. Okay, well let's go over the air procedure. I like to use these little handheld pumps. You get them at your local hardware store, lumberyard, wherever. I mean, they're cheap and they're great. So we're going to put our air compressor on. Now, one other thing I want to note here: when we actually air this up, you're going to be hooked up to your vehicle, fully loaded on the trailer, the way you're going to tow it. At that point, start adding air. And what you're going to see is you're going to see this frame rotate. And as it rotates, just watch it. It'll hit the top out bump cushions. Once it's hit the top out bump cushions, basically that's it. You're good to go. Well, it's time for a little live video. We're hooked up to a one-ton dually Chevy pickup, a skid steer tilt bed trailer, pretty typical of what's being used today. A pair of 7,000-pound axles on it. Let's give her a run. I think you'll like what you see. One of the things I'd like to mention about this hitch is it's universal fit. Some of your farm equipment, seed tenders, sprayers, and different things, use this same vertical channel. So this hitch can easily be adapted to some of the farm equipment. We've got a bolt-in clevis mount. Okay, so you can put this behind your tractor, haul it in the field. Pretty universal. Well, a couple of things in closing that I want to go over. Hitch mounts to the front of the trailer. Interchangeable coupler can be used as a pintle ring or a ball coupler. As an airbag, best dampening device on the planet. Okay, we adjust the pressure to carry the load. It's always right. Well, please give us a call. We'd love to help you in your towing situations, and I think this hitch could do it. Thank you.